What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the team of Talonflame, Walrein and Obstagoon. You might recall it with Talonflame, uh, Walrein and Umbreon. I just replaced it with Obstruct, Obstagoon because I wanted to see how this team will perform with Obstagoon, and I also wanted to check that if Obstagoon is good or not. So I was able to get a highly ranked shiny Obstagoon for Ultra League. I did not powered up an Obstagoon for Great League, as there are a lot of fighters in the Great League meta like Medicham or Surfetch, which are quite common. And if I use Obstagoon in that meta, so just will I will just end up giving those mons a lot of more farm than I should have been able to give with cross shop night slash. So that's a downfall of Obstagoon in Great League. So I did not uh, powered it up for Great League. So but in Ultra League, Obstagoon is looking really great, as there are less fighters in this Ultra League meta, and there are a lot of Pokemons which are weak to Obstagoon. So let's get into the battles. Battles are really good. I was able to get positive with this team. So let's get into the first battle, where we have Obstagoon versus Sylveon. So uh, in this battle, I was using Swampert. You can also use Swampert instead of Walrein in this team if you want it. If you don't have Walrein, the team will still do great. I was hard countered in the lead, and here Empoleon can win this matchup. I thought that Empoleon will go for switch. That's why I throwed Hydro Cannon, and I was able to get a shield. And Empoleon decided to double shield. Opponent decided to double shield its Empoleon. I will shield this move here, as I was expecting that I can get to this earthquake. I can barely get to this earthquake, as you can see my Swampert had only 1 or 2 HP. So I was able to win the switch, and from this point the matchup is looking great for me, as I can successfully align my Talonflame against this Sylveon, and opponent decided to surrender. So GG's to the opponent. Let's get into the next battle. So here we have Talonflame, Walrein and Obstagoon. That was the only battle where I used that Swampert. Well, I used it a lot of time, but I thought that only that battle which I showed you earlier was a good one. Other than that, it was a decent battles. I thought that these are more good battles and a decent team. I used that team a bit in the wrong way, as I should have leaded with my Talonflame in that team as well, but I was leading Obstagoon all the time, so that team didn't did a lot good job, I can say, because I got some negative sets. Here I was winning. I could have won the switch, but opponent realized that and decided to switch into its Galvantula. So I will throw these Night Slashes, as I know that I will not be able to win this switch. So if I can get some chip damage, that will be great. Here I decided to come into Talonflame. Here I realized that if I would have Swampert in this game, that would have been really good for me. So I'm gonna shield this move, as I wanted to farm this Gal down with my Talonflame. I will use this second shield because this Brave Bird is gonna hurt on Muk and to the last Pokemon as well. I switched into my Walrein, as I knew that I can farm it down with my Walrein farm Gal down. So here comes Muk again. So opponent decided to come in with Muk. I thought that something in the back might be weak to Walrein, that's why you decided to come in with a low HP Pokemon, which you could have used to KO my Talonflame, which has a decent amount of energy. So Here, opponent's last Pokemon is Kingdra, and sure enough, it was a little bit weak to my Volin, as I could have been able to KO this Kingdra with my Volin, and that's why opponent decided to not come in with that. So here I was able to get to Brave Bird. Boom goes Kingdra, and GG's to the opponent. Let's get into the next battle where we have Talonflame versus Talonflame. So I don't like this matchup at all, as it is a coin flip if I can win this matchup or not. So here, from my past battles with Talonflame, I realized that throwing Flame Charge here is a good call. Even if Talonflame calls that, I will use both shields. I think I will use this shield expecting it to be a Brave Bird as well, but opponent throwed Flame Charge just like me. I will use my second shield, as I think that okay, opponent decided to throw Brave Bird, as I wanted a lead with this team, because I think that Obstagoon will have its own matchup and Bolly will have its own matchup in the back. And here, opponent decided to switch into Volin for some reason. I think he wanted to catch a move, Flame Charge, but I am throwing there. But opponent decided to no shield. Boom goes Volin, and I will be catching this move on my Obstagoon, as I know that my Obstagoon can survive one Brave Bird, and I will be able to throw this Night Slash, and I think that Talonflame still has a good matchup in the back. I think that this, but it was Swampert, so I saved a decent amount of energy on my Talonflame, so I will be able to get. I think I did not save energy on my Swampert. I'm just saying anything. I don't know how much energy it has. So I will be throwing here Night Slashes. I was able to get to two Night Slashes, I think, or one. I thought that, and now Swampert is in an Icicle Spear range, but here I was able to get catch this Earthquake, which is really good for me. I think it is an Earthquake. If it would have been, if it was a Hydro Cannon, it would have been great, but Swampert was able to calm down my Talonflame afterwards. I tried to get to a move, but I couldn't reach before Swampert calmed down my Talonflame. Now this matchup is looking rough, as Swampert has the same amount of energy as it did before throwing EQ on my Talonflame. So I barely got to this Icicle Spear. Swampert was one mud shot away from a Hydro Cannon, which could have KO'd my Volin. So close game, GG's to the opponent, and let's get into the next battle. Here we have Trevenant lead, and my team has no place for Trevenant, so I'll throw this Brave Bird here on this Volin, and will switch out into my Obstagoon, as Obstruct will come in handy in this matchup, as I will be able to boost my attack and debuff Volin's defense. I will be able to boost my defense. So here I will throw Night Slashes because I am a bit scared of Obstruct. If for some reason, I will throw another Night Slash here, expecting a shield from opponent, but let's see what opponent decides to do. Opponent decided to no shield that Night Slash, because he already used a shield here. Opponent decided to come in with Trevenant, basically to sack this Trevenant and absorb this this damage, because he knows that Trevenant has no place. If he does not sack his Trevenant, then Talonflame can farm it down. So here comes the move. I will no shield this move because I know that I can farm this Trevenant down with my Talonflame. Opponent decided to switch into Stunfisk, and since I have two shields, I will try to throw two Flame Charges. So here comes the first Rock Slide. I will shield it up and I will throw Flame Charge. If it does not get a shield, I will switch into my Volin, as it is just the health range where one Icicle Spear after some Powder Snow damage will be able to KO this Stunfisk. I will save my shields for my Talonflame so that I can get to that flame charge. And here comes the icicle spell. Opponent knew that there was no there was no reason to shield as move that, as I could have been uh, able to throw another icicle spell or a flame charge for my Trevenant. So I think in the end he surrendered that game. So let's get into the next battle where we have Talonflame versus Registeel. So this is a bad matchup for my Talonflame, but how I like to play is I use both of my shields on my Talonflame, and I will try to get out of this matchup with a move loaded to throw on opponent's backline, because I know that my Talonflame will also get a shield from this Registeel. Even otherwise, I think I thought that it will be possible. Anyways, here Talonflame opponent tried to catch flame charge on its Mandibus, but it was unsuccessful. Here I made a dumb play. I thought I was at this moment. I was thinking that I have a song in my mind. I thought that I had a Swampert in this matchup, so I couldn't switch into that, and I came in with Obstagoon. So this is a bad matchup for my Obstagoon, as I don't have Cross Chop. Cross Chop could have made this matchup neutral, because now Night Slashes are not doing Night Slash are resisted, and I'm throwing Obstruct here just to boost my defense and lower this Mandibus' defense. So here now counters are starting to add up. So this is looking a decent matchup as of now, because my counters are adding up, and I will now start throwing these Night Slashes to do some decent damage on this Mandibus after a lot of Obstruct debuffs. So here I will not throw Night Slash. I was trying to farm this Mandibus down, but Mandibus got to move before going down. So I trusted on my Obstruct boosted Obstagoon, and it paid off. Obstagoon was able to survive that move. I will be able to reach second Night Slash on this Swampert. First got shielded, and this will do some chip damage on this Swampert, and now I can safely bring in my Walrein to throw some moves on this Swampert. I successfully shielded this EQ as it was calculated. I knew that I will not allow my opponent to get to another EQ, and as one Icicle Spear will almost be enough to KO that Swampert. So GG's to the opponent, nice battle. And in the next battle we have Talonflame versus Talonflame Mirror. I don't like this matchup at all, but I have to play this matchup. So I will throw flame charges here, because I have done a lot of Talonflame Mirror matchups, and I realized that throwing flame charge in these kind of situations is really good. I tried to CMP tie with opponents, so to check that if I win CMP tie or not, because normally the Talonflames which have lower CP than a Hundo Talonflame tends to win CMP against my Talonflame. I don't know why. And here I was able to get to this flame charge before my Talonflame goes down. It will force a shield, or it would have been KO opponent's Talonflame. And so opponent decided to shield because Talonflame has a lot of energy. I will shield this move because Talonflame is boosted out of its mind, and a one wayward would have definitely KO'd my Walrein. So it was a decent shield from my end. Here I have a shield left because I was able to call that flame charge in the Talonflame Mirror matchup, so I'm looking pretty decent here. I switched into my Obstagoon. I know this is a bad matchup for my Obstagoon, but the whole purpose of switching my Obstagoon was to get an Obstruct debuff, but I forgot that opponent had a last Pokemon as well. This battle is not over yet, so I made a misplay here, losing so much HP on my Obstagoon. I didn't knew at the time that opponent has last Pokemon left. So a bit of mistake from my end, but I will try to recover in this battle as I am throwing Night Slashes now after getting that Obstruct debuff. I will try to snipe this Cresselia with my Icicle Spear, as I thought that with Obstruct debuff I will be able to KO this Cresselia with this Icicle Spear damage, but it was not enough, and Cresselia opponent was very fast on switch, and so saved his Cresselia with a move which will be a problem in the later game. I will throw these two Icicle Spears. I shielded that Power Punch because I wanted to throw these two Icicle Spears. I thought that these two Icicle Spears can KO this Scrafty. As you can see from first Icicle Spears damage that second will KO. Here Cresselia cannot farm me down, and I only need one Powder Snow damage to KO this Cresselia. So Cresselia decided to throw its energy, and here we have the battle of Counter versus Psycho Cut, and Counter wins. Obstagoon wins with almost 0 HP and a dream, so it was a really good battle. So thanks everyone for watching. I will be uploading another video later this day because I have another Obstagoon video saved up for you guys. That is also a good team. I was able to get a 4-1 with that team, so subscribe to my channel, like this video so it can spread to more people, and I will be able to get a lot of views. So I did not upload a video yesterday, so this is kind of a compensation uploading 2 videos today, and I wanted to I want it to be on schedule as I have a lot of Summer Cup and ultimately a lot of Summer Cup teams to show you guys, so I don't want to upload them when the Great League arrives, as Summer Cup has only 3 days left. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in that another Obstagoon videos. Let's meet there.